Long bed Larry is in the garage and the powertrain is in the frame. Let me show you how we got here. In our last video on Long bed Larry, we got the transmission completely mated up to the engine, and I told you guys it is ready to go in the frame. So that is going to be the goal today. However, that is easier said than done. The issue we are going to run into with this part of the project is space. Here's the frame. Now this is a long bed crew cab. This is the longest you can have for a first gen. And even with my short bed crew cab, it fits in the garage, but there's not very much room. So in order to get the engine into the frame, I want to bring the whole frame into the garage and be able to do it in there and leave it in there, because I don't want the engine, transmission, all this stuff sitting outside in the weather, because we're gonna get snow here in another day or two. So with that, we have to make room for that frame in here. So we're gonna try and shuffle some stuff around strategically and get all this stuff to fit. So we've got all these parts for Long bed Larry, the dash, the heater box, bunch of bins of parts, and this is valuable real estate. This is where I want to put the cab at, and I don't know when we're going to be able to get to painting the cab with the weather how it is. So I think what I'm going to do is actually put a bunch of parts inside the cab, and then we can move the cab over here and it'll be out of the way. Alright guys, it's getting late. Look how much room we made in the garage. We have this whole bay almost cleared out except for the engine and transmission. Obviously that's going in the frame. Got the cab moved. I had to move my toolbox a little bit to make room to walk through there. So really good progress. Tomorrow when we get back in here, we're going to try and get the frame pulled in. I actually haven't figured out how we're going to do it. We may put the powertrain in the frame outside and then roll the whole thing in here, or bring the frame in and then put the powertrain in. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there, but we'll see you guys back here tomorrow. So we're pretty much ready to roll the frame in here. The problem is it's raining / snowing outside, and if we do that, we're gonna roll it in, we're gonna have to dry everything off. That's just gonna eat a bunch of our time. So I think what we're gonna do is pivot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start installing some stuff onto the motor that's going to need to be on the motor when we put it on the truck, such as the motor mounts, also my power steering vacuum pump. I've got one, I need to rebuild it, so we're gonna rebuild that real quick and get it painted up. So we're gonna take advantage of the time that it's raining and snowing and get some other stuff done so this motor is even more prepped to be in the truck. So I've got this power steering pump. I tried painting it and I used the wrong primer for the paint, so I'm gonna wire wheel this off, get it cleaned up, repainted. And then I also bought a rebuild kit from Gino's Garage for it, so I'm gonna rebuild it as well. That way we can get this put on the engine as well. Alright, this came out really nice. I had to use brake parts cleaner and my wire wheel. I didn't get everything off, but honestly, it's a power steering pump. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we got it really cleaned up. I've got the hardware washing in my parts washing stuff. So we're gonna do that, then we'll install the rebuild kit. So rebuilding these power steering pumps is super easy. You basically just pull it apart like I did into the 4 main components. The kit comes with the new seals you need, and actually this kit even came with a spare set of all the seals you need. So it comes with 2 sets of the seals, comes with the gasket, comes with some grease. This is all you need. That's all there is to it. Very easy. These things are very simple. So let's get this thing put back together and paint it up. Alright, that's all there is to it. It is all put together, all resealed, cleaned up, and ready for paint. So the kit did come with instructions too. Seriously, any of you guys could rebuild one of these. It is so easy. It took me 10 minutes to put that all back together. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this painted up so when we're ready to put it on the motor, we can do that. Now that our power steering pump is rebuilt and the paint is drying, I'm gonna throw the motor mounts on to the side of the block because I think once the power steering pump is in there, that's gonna kind of be in the way. So let's get those put on real quick and then that paint should be dry. Now, as far as actual motor mounts, we're gonna be using these. These are the best motor mounts you can get for a 12 valve. The only place I know of to get them is Gino's Garage. They sent me these, so thanks again to Gino's Garage. We got a bunch of parts that we're going to be putting on actually here coming up from Gino's Garage. So get a set of these if you're looking for new motor mounts. Alright, I moved everything over here so you guys could see better, but what we need to do now is install the block heater. So here's the block heater I went with. Again, this is from Gino's Garage. Shout out to them. Make sure you go into shop there. This is a genuine Cummins block heater. There's the part number if you're looking for it. So these are fairly easy to install. It comes with a seal already on it. You just throw the heating element in there, clock it so the plug is up top, and then what we'll do is actually put a little grease on the seal, tap it in there, and then tighten up our screw. Now we're going to install the water pump. This is, again, I got this from Gino's Garage. It's a Gates water pump. You guys are lucky I've already painted this, so let's throw this thing on. One more thing we have to put on is this bracket that I got from Metal by Charlie. So I'm having a little issue. What this is for the transfer case shifter to hook to on a NP205 transfer case. But the thing is, the bracket's hitting this piece right here, so I'm gonna get my grinder and shave like a 1/4 inch off of that nub. You can hear it, that's blocking it, so this bolt hole won't line up. There we go. So I shaved just a little, maybe not even a 1/4 of an inch off of there, and now it's gonna fit. All right, that is on right there, so it went on nicely. I threw some fresh paint on it because it kind of scratched it up where I was using the socket. I got my oil drain tube put on for the turbo. I got the block off plate here and then the cap for the barring tool. So it is time. We've got this to the point where it is ready to go in the frame, so let's do it. Alright guys, we did it. We got the truck in the garage. It fit. We got the motor and transmission in the truck. I've just got it sitting on a 4x4 right now, but I do have the NV4500 mount from Metal by Charlie, so we'll be installing that soon. That was a lot of work. I won't say that that wasn't sketchy at times, but we got it done. That's what matters. So this is a ton of work. I'm loving this build. Thanks for your support, and we'll see you guys in the next one.